So I bounced around a little bit, and I even made a post on Facebook in the audio description forums about this film and my encounter with Hulu, which just to get into it, does not offer audio description for this film, despite the fact that Hulu is majority owned by Disney, and they offer audio description for the TV series. I felt like this was like a softball pitch for them. This is not even that. It's on the tee. We're playing t-ball at Hulu. And there already is existing audio description. How do I know? Because I watched it with audio description, not on Hulu. So Hulu continues to suck. I love saying that at the front of my reviews. Hi, I'm John Stark from MacTheMovieGuy.com, and I watched the Bob's Burgers movie. But not on Hulu. I watched it on HBO Max. I'm a blind film critic, so I need audio description. And if Hulu doesn't want to give it to me, they can suck whatever they want. My toes. I won't get crude. They can suck my toes. They can suck my burgers. Okay. Yeah, constantly disappointed by Hulu when they drop movies. It's even made worse when I know that they're Disney and it's ultimately a Disney. I know it's through 20th Century Fox, but they bought that, so they own this. They're putting it on the service. Somebody at Disney, somebody even above Hulu at Disney should care enough to have made sure that it went on their own service so they didn't look like jackasses. But nobody at Disney cared enough to do it. It's not even really a Hulu problem. It's a Disney problem. Just Disney didn't care enough to not look like assholes. They were just like, nah, we're not even going to do it for our own service. But we'll give it to HBO Max and Apple. If you go to iTunes and get the movie over there, you can get it with audio description. Which is done by Deluxe. And no, it does not tell you who is the narrator. That was fun. I waited to the end to find out it was just Deluxe. I was like, oh, cool. Thanks. That's useful. Yeah, so I'm not really a Bob's Burgers fan, but I'm also not a fan. Like, I don't selectively avoid Bob's Burgers. I just never got into it. Like, it was already running. I've caught a couple episodes just like randomly over the course of its 12 season run, whatever it's in right now, 13. It's in like the low teens. Yeah, it's okay. It's just, it never really like sparked that, like, oh, I have to watch this. But it also didn't really spark this like, God, that's terrible. Why is this on television? It's just always sort of like, okay. So there's a movie about it. And it is, I mean, I guess I kind of like my humor a little bit more offensive sometimes, maybe, I guess is the better word for it. South Park, Beavis and Butthead, Solar Opposites, Rick and Morty, that kind of humor. When it comes to those type of TV shows that it competes against. And Bob's Burgers is a little bit more for everybody. It's way more accessible. And the movie's way more accessible. Didn't mean I didn't like the movie. The movie's fine. The movie is kind of just about the clan, the family, the Belchers, and the other characters that I'm sure pop up in Bob's Burgers on a regular basis. And there's a murder plot. A cotton candy carny is murdered, and it just, I don't know, it just gets ridiculous and silly, and they try to figure out who the murderer is while also trying to save their business. And I feel like I saw an episode of Bob's Burgers where they were also trying to save their business, so I think this is probably just like a recurring thing that they always have to do, or do quite frequently, is always trying to save their business from financial ruin. So that's what it is. It's not really a musical, but there are songs in this, and the songs in this movie gave me diphtheria. I think I have the Black Plague now. I don't want to listen to music probably for like a week because it's going to give me nightmares about the songs I heard in Bob's Burgers. This was the worst music I think I've heard in a quite a long time. It was like songs that were like written for like 3-year-olds, like if for like um I don't know, like the Wiggles, and then they just like they're really simplistic. They're like da 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 da, and then like they just kind of sing to it, and I it's like every song, and they don't really have like catchy choruses or anything like that. They just kind of have these things. And I'm like, why did you even bother? Like, if you're not gonna try to write something catchy, the South Park movie, I still remember. I haven't seen that film in years, and I could sing you any of the songs from that film. Kyle's Mom. I could sing any of those songs from South Park. So this music was just terrible. It is by far the worst thing about the movie. I actually didn't mind the movie, and if the movie had no music in it at all, I'd be giving it a higher grade. And I'm not even familiar with the series. It wasn't that hard to follow. I don't think you need like deep knowledge of the series to be able to enjoy the movie. It pretty much just, it's easy to follow. It doesn't have a whole lot of like what's going on? I don't understand this. Oh, that doesn't make any sense to me. I never felt that from the actual plot of the thing. It's just the music was terrible. There were some choices. I know we love H. John Benjamin. I love him too. He's like my favorite voice actor. But if we're being honest, he has one voice, and that's it. So you can't have him do anything else. So yes, Archer and Bob are the same character. Sterling Archer and Bob Belcher are the exact same voice and the exact same character. Something that they've made fun of, because I remember Bob cameoed over in Archer. I don't know if Archer has ever been on Bob's Burgers, but I remember that they had his character make a little peep over in Archer in one of the episodes. But he also plays like another character, and it's the one that his daughter wants to make out with, and it's like it's impossible for him to hide his voice. He's like a Gilbert Gottfried. Like, he cannot change his voice. It is obvious who it is. He's never going to be able to prank call anybody because people are going to know it's him. So he's somebody who can't voice any other character. If you're going to have him in anything, whether it's Archer, whether it's Bob's Burgers, whether it's any project or movie in the future, he does one character. Stop trying to make him do more than one. He only has one thing. And it's a great thing, and we love his voice, and that's why he's popular. But do not try to make him change his voice, because it's still super obvious it's him. So that I did not like that. I don't know if that character's in the TV show, but that was gross and annoying to me. I couldn't take that scene seriously. I was just like, I don't know what this character is, but I feel like she's making out with her dad, and I just like visual imagery is just all weird with that. He should never be asked to do more than one voice in any project that he's doing, unless he's playing twins. Unless that's the thing. But yeah, in general, this was fine. It's not like hilarious, like rolling down the aisles. I didn't love it. There have been funnier films this year. I've laughed so hard through Beavis and Butthead. It didn't warm my heart the same way the Sea Beast did. It didn't bring me nostalgia the same way Rescue Rangers did. So it didn't do some of the things that some of the ones I would say are in the top little grouping of animated films did. It didn't even really do what Apollo 10.5 did, where it sort of mixed that sort of adult storytelling with childlike wonder. It just kind of brought Bob's Burgers to the cinema, and it did it in a competent way, mostly, in a way that could be accessible to audiences who aren't familiar with the TV series. unfortunately, there's music in this, so this grade is going to be a little bit lower than what you might think it's going to be, because I cannot tell you how much I hated this music. Their words do not describe. Every time, the 3 songs that are in this film, I just despised them so much. I'm not going to count the ending songs because that was kind of, I don't know, it was like something else was happening, like they were performing as a band or something at the end. But their attempts at having musical numbers was like offensive to musical numbers. I anyway, audio description was fine. I wasn't a huge fan of the narrator's voice. Wouldn't be my like top choice for narrator, but whatever, it's fine. I think there are better narrators out there that are easier to understand. Anyway, I'm gonna give the Bob's Burgers movie a C+. So that's my grade. If I had to guess where I would have landed if there was no music in this, probably a B. I'd probably put it about where I put Apollo 10.5 for the year. But unfortunately, there's music, and it's not good. However, I do think the movie outweighs is more good than bad. So C+ is like a slight thumbs up. It's ironically the same grade I gave Turning Red. So there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can go to the Audio Description Project and theadna.org. And that's it for me today. And I don't know what I'm reviewing next, but something. So click on it when I do.